Good morning, children. So, welcome back. Have you done your homework that I had given you in the last session? Hope you have done. So, let's recall what we have learned in the last session. So, living things, non-living things, natural things, man-made things, and some features of living things. Living things move, living things grow, living things need food. So, let me continue the next feature. So, the children, next feature is living things breathe. All living things breathe. So, what is meant by breathing? To take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. So, breathing means breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. So, children, breathing is the main feature of all living things. Without breathing, life is not possible. Living things breathe through their different kinds of breathing organs. As human beings and animals, they breathe through their lungs. Frogs live both in water and on land. When they will live in water, they breathe through their moist skins. Their skin is moist. So when they live in water, they breathe through their moist skin. And when on land, they breathe through their lungs. What about the fish? Fish lives in water. It is an aquatic animal. So fish and some other water animals, they breathe through their gills. So what are the gills? Gills are the special structure found in water animals that help them to breathe. So water animals breathe through their gills. What about insects? Do they have tiny lungs? No. Insects like cockroach, grasshoppers, they breathe through the air holes. They have tiny holes on the side of their body. And these tiny holes are called air holes. We also call them spiracles. S-P-I-R-A-C-L-E-S. Spiracles. What about the plants, children? Plants are also living things. So, plants breathe through the tiny pores found on their leaves. Leaves of the plants have some tiny pores. And these tiny pores are called stomata. So, plants breathe through these stomata. So, children, have you seen any non-living thing breathing? No. So, children, I will show you two activities. When you will do these activities at home, you will observe that living things breathe and non-living things do not breathe. You can see the difference. So, first activity is put your one hand close to your nose, breathe in and out of your nose and feel the movement of your chest with the other hand. Do you feel air coming out of your nose? So, you have to do in this way, as it is shown in this picture. One hand you have to keep close to your nose, okay, and the other hand on your chest. So which gas we breathe out, children? We breathe out carbon dioxide. Because living things breathe out carbon dioxide. So you can see in this picture when you will do this activity, you can feel. Now the next activity, you have to take your doll. Okay. So place your one hand below the nose of your doll and feel the movement of its chest with the other hand. As you have done with you, the same thing you have to do with your doll. Do you feel air coming out of its nose? Do you feel any movement of the chest? No. You do and see. So when you will do, can you feel the air coming out of its nose? Can you feel the movement in the chest of the doll? No. Why? Because doll is not. So when you will do this activity, you can see that living things, you can feel and observe that living things breathe and non-living things do not breathe. The next feature is living things feel. All living things feel. Do we feel? Yes. So how we feel, children? We feel with our sense organs. So how many sense organs do we have? We have 5 sense organs. What are they? They are eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. We feel with our sense organs. When we feel cold, we wear the warm clothes. When we feel hot, we sit under a fan. When we touch any hot object, we pull out our hand immediately. When you get good marks in exam, you feel happy. When you get less marks in exam, you feel sad. So we feel. Animals also feel. When a dog sees its master, it wags its tail. When a dog feels hot, it hangs out its tongue. What about plants? Plants are living things. They also feel. They feel the changes in their surroundings. Many plants shed their leaves in autumn season and bear flowers in spring season. So they respond changes in their surroundings. What about touching of plant? When we touch the leaves of this plant, it folds its leaf immediately. So we can say, children, living things feel. When your doll falls from the table or chair, does it cry? No. Because doll is a non-living thing. Doll is a non-living thing. So we can say, children, living things feel and non-living things do not feel. The next feature is living things reproduce. All living things reproduce. So first I explain what is reproduction. Reproduction means to produce more living things of same kind. So all living things reproduce. Dog produces puppies, cat produces kittens. Living things reproduce in different ways. Some animals like dog, cat, elephant, horse and human being also, they give birth to their babies. How they reproduce? They give birth to their babies. Some other animals like birds, frogs, snakes, snakes, they lay eggs. And when these eggs hatch, the young ones come out. Generally, plants give rise to new plants from their seeds. For example, pea, gram, wheat. These plants grows from their seeds. Some other plants, some plant grow from their stems, roots or leaves. For example, rose plant, it grows from the stem of its mother plant. Beetroot, it grows from the root of its plant. So plants also reproduce. Can your doll produce a baby doll? No. Can your toy car produce a baby car? No. Because they are non-living things. So we can say, children, living things reproduce, but non-living things do not reproduce. Now there is an activity for you. It is in your book also, and you have to do it at home. Then you will observe the living things reproduce and non-living things do not reproduce. So what is this? Take two small pots, label them as pot A and pot B. Fill soil in them. Add some gram seeds in pot A and some marbles in pot B. Water the two pots, keep them in sunlight and observe for a few days. In which pot do seedlings grow? So children, you have to take two pots. Label them pot A and pot B. In pot A, you have to add some gram seeds, and in pot B, marbles. In marbles, in the place of marbles, you can take stones also. Then you have to water the two pots. Both the pots you have to water. Keep them in sunlight. And after few days, what you will observe? In which pot do seedlings grow? In which pot the seedlings will grow, children? In pot B, in which the marbles are there? No, because marbles or stones are non-living. So, seedlings will grow in pot A, where we add the gram seeds. So, gram seeds give rise to new plants. So, when you will do this activity, you can understand that living things reproduce and non-living things do not reproduce. So, children, we have learned the characteristics of living things. What are they? All living things move. All living things grow. All living things need food. Living things breathe. Living things feel. Living things reproduce. So we have learned the characteristics of living things. Now we have learned some new words in this session. What are they? First one, reproduce. What do you mean by reproduce? To produce more things of the same kind. Second one, breathe. To take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Third one, stomata. What are stomata? Small pores on the surface of leaves are called stomata. So, now we can see the differences between living and non-living things. So, what are the differences between living and non-living things? First one, living things can move on their own. Non-living things cannot move on their own. Then living things grow, non-living things do not grow. Living things need food, non-living things do not need food. Fourth one, living things breathe, non-living things do not breathe. Next one, living things feel, non-living things do not feel. And then the last one, living things reproduce, non-living things do not. Now children, this chapter is over and there is a homework for you. What is this? Answer the questions to find living and non-living things. Here are some pictures and name written. You have to see. These are the questions. Does it need water? Does it need food? Does it grow? If all these things they need, it means they are living. If they don't need, it means they are not living. So, you have to do it in your homework. Now, children, this chapter is over. Read the chapter properly, learn all the exercises and question answers, and take care and be safe at home. Thank you.